Good morning to everybody. Dear friends, we were going through the poem To the Food from Its Child, written by Pablo Neruda, a Chilean poet and a diplomat and a politician. In my last video, I have explained few lines of this poem. That means the child's food is not yet aware it's a food and would like to be a butterfly or an apple. From then onwards, we have come through a time, streets, ladders, bits of glass, and the paths in the rough earth. All these harsh and hard materials teach the lesson to the foot or the child. They go on teaching the foot that it cannot fly like a butterfly. It cannot bulge. It cannot be a fruitful like an apple. Then the next lines. I have in my first video, I have told that Neruda rightly remarks in the beginning of the poem itself that the child is not aware of the reality, but it dreams something. It does not aware of the reality, but dreams to be a butterfly or an apple. Then the passage of time exposes the foot to such hardships of life. That is, I have already told you, stones, bits of glass, streets, and paths in the rough earth, and ladders, all these, that it loses the battle and remains condemned to live in the shoe. That is, condemned to live in the shoe. Here the poet shows how an individual is conditioned by society. That is, the shoe can be understood by as a society. In other words, the child's foot is hurt and injured by stones, bits of glass, streets, and rough path on the earth while walking and doing work, everyday work. It starts wearing a shoe. So the foot feels defeated and just like a prisoner is condemned in the shoe. In the darkness of that shoe, the foot soon begins to understand the world in its own way. The child's foot, having now discovered that it is only a foot, its spirit loses its battle against the world, is taken as a prisoner, and is condemned to live in a shoe. It also means that the child's spirit becomes aware of its limitations as a human being in the human society. The last phrase, condemned to live in a shoe, also means that it has to live like other human beings in human society, or the restrictions, norms, laws, rules and regulations or customs laid by the society. Then, bit by the bit, in that dark, it grows to know the world in its own way. Being in a shoe, being prisoned in the shoe, being condemned in the shoe, like a prisoner, out of touch with its fellow, enclosed, feeling out life like a blind man. Here he uses feeling out life like a blind man. Blind man. There is a story. 4 blind men touches the elephant. One touches its ear, and another one touches its tail, another one touches its leg, another one touches its body, These are the different views. Everybody, every blind man thinks in his own way, but it is not reality. Elephant is what they thought is more than what they think or what they dream, because they can't see. They only touch and see, touch and say. The touch and see, touch and say is different. They touch, they do not see. They only say that elephant is like this. One man says, and another man opposes him. No, you are wrong. Elephant is like this. In the same way, the foot which is condemned or present in the shoe thinks its own way. It is also unable to see the other part, that is the counterpart of on a man's leg. For example, out of touch with its fellow. The foot, there are two feet to any human being. One foot is aware that there is another foot that is out of touch with its fellow member. It does not know there is another foot. Enclosed, feeling out like blind man. Having been imprisoned in the shoe, it gradually tries to understand the world in its own way. It gropes, gropes means search blindly, as I have told you about the four blind men. Blindly in the dark like a blind man. The foot is not in the open atmosphere, open environment, and whatever ideas it forms about life, whatever that means which is imprisoned or condemned in the shoe, it has its own ideas about life. But the ideas of that foot or ideas of that child is totally different from real ideas. Reality, it is different. Is formed in the confined space of the shoe. Here, I will give you a word. It is in Sanskrit. Kupamanduka pravritti. Kupamanduka pravritti means a frog in a well. It rests, it dwells, it lives in the well. It thinks that frog thinks that. This is very applicable to this poem. That frog thinks that this is the whole world. This is the whole universe. What this means here? The well, where it dwells. The well itself is the whole world or universe. I am the only being in this well. But actually, in real life, it is not so. Because that frog hasn't seen the river, the flowing river, or the big sea, or the big ocean. If it has seen it, then its illusion will be cut down. In the same way, the foot condemned in the shoe, present in the shoe, has its own ideas. In the same way, the child, when it is a child, very innocent and ignorant, it thinks that I am the only being on this world. But this is not the real life. It dreams like that one. The foot, here it means it's not in touch with reality directly. It doesn't have direct connection with real life because it dreams. It lives in its own environment, in its own atmosphere, in its own world. But the real world is different from what this foot or what this child dreams of. The society, because the society decides what it should understand, what it should be in the real life. and then it should understand about life or the world outside. The society decides, not the child or not the food. It hasn't any freedom. It hasn't, because it is in ignorance. Gradually. That means here Pablo Neruda uses the word bit by bit in that dark. Because in the shoe there is no light. There is only darkness. In that darkness adapts itself. The foot adapts itself to its own world. I have told you a word, Kupamanduka Pravarti. Its own world. It is not the whole world. The real world is different from its own world, and learns to cope up with the harsh realities of life bit by bit in the darkness, stage by stage. When it grows, it comes to know the reality of life. What I dreamt is totally different from what reality is, what the real world is. This is what Pablo Neruda says about the child in these few lines. And in my next episode, I will continue the few other lines of Pablo Neruda's poem. Thank you very much.